Good morning. Welcome to Market Day Report. Welcome to another week. It will be a busy week. We've got a lot of things that we'll be watching, including the federal elections tomorrow. That's just one thing this week. We've got an FOMC decision. Will we raise? Will we lower interest rates? Keep them the same? We'll find out on Thursday. Also, an ag trade data report from USDA on Thursday, and we'll top it off the end of the week with the World Ag Supply Demand Estimates, or WASDE report. But first, let's look how the corn market has been trading in the overnight session. Higher, up 3 1/4 on the December, 417 3/4. The deferreds are all up 1/4 cent to 1 3/4. Now for soybeans. Soybeans have been trading double-digit higher over the overnight session, with November 993 1/4, up 10 3/4. Most active, though, January 1004 3/4, up 11. Now let's roll through the wheat markets. July contracts in Chicago, 602 1/4, down 3 1/2. Hard red or Kansas City off 5 1/4 at 595. And spring wheat will take the December contract at 596 1/4. That's down 3 1/2. Cotton market, New York, and we'll look at the December contract for cotton. And at last check, up 5 at 70.22, and that's where cotton is in the overnight session. Let's bring in Brian Hoops, President, Midwest Market Solutions. All right, Brian, I've teed it up. It's yours.
Good morning, Tony. Yeah, it's going to be a very volatile week. You mentioned all the reasons why, with the election on Tuesday and Fed meeting Thursday, and then supply and demand report on Friday. It looked like the overnight, the corn soybeans rallied, trying to anticipate maybe some export business, and we received some. So we had more private export sales. This time, 150,000 corn sold to Mexico, and then 120,000 corn sold to an unknown, 132,000 beans sold to an unknown. So we received that export business the market was hoping for, and now we'll see what we do with that during the session. Friday, we had some exports. Soybeans rallied and then closed off of those highs, closed lower for the 5th consecutive Friday, and meal was a downside leader because of the good weather in South America. That was the lowest close for soybean meal since August of 2020, and of course contract lows. So overall, the bearish pattern technically for soybean meal, but it looks like corn is trying to break its downtrend and trying to turn higher here, and maybe reestablish that uptrend. You look at the wheat market this morning, we're down not only because of rains that have fallen in the hard red plains over the weekend and maybe forecast for more today and into tonight, tomorrow, but by next weekend, some of the driest areas of western Kansas, Colorado, western Oklahoma, those areas that didn't get a lot of rain this time are forecast to receive a lot of rain by the weekend, and that's really going to help this hard red wheat crop, and we're going to see an improvement in crop condition ratings over the next couple of weeks. So we're seeing new lows in the new crop wheat off of that forecast.
Brian, all great information there, and I'm glad you brought in the overnight flash sales. And could they play a role in the markets as we open a little later this hour? Speaking of just a little later, how about we take a break? We'll come back. We'll talk livestock futures. Brian Hoops, Market Day Report continues in a moment. So it's a Monday, and it again will be a busy Monday with a lot of outside influences working its way into the market. But speaking of into the market, how did we close on Friday for live cattle? Well, live cattle mixed, actually, with the December contract at 185.92, down 37. Remember, after the October moved off of the board, December became the front month. February live cattle 12 cents higher, 186.90. On live cattle, up 7.1%. year to date. What about the feeders? They're up 10.7% year to date. And the November, $1.50 higher, 246.87 on Friday. January, 243.20, up $1.87. And then this one's up 23.7% year to date. It's the hogs, higher again on Friday, D's at 84.07, up 27. February 86.02, 82 higher. Let's bring back in President, Midwest Market Solutions, Brian Hoops. Okay, Brian, when I look at it, really hogs have led the charge, though we continue to see strength in the cattle.
Yeah, let's talk about the hog market quick. Notice the quotes that you posted there. Hogs were higher, but December about $1 off of their highs. And this is the weekly resistance we've been talking about. $84, $85 is pretty strong resistance area there for this hog market to try and get above. And you look at Friday's commitment to traders reports, the commercials have been selling this market very aggressively. Large trading funds, aggressive buyers, they're back to where they were the last time this market peaked out as far as net long positions. Commercials almost exactly the same, net short positions. So this is an area where, according to that commitment traders report, it's a possibility we could really start to stall out in this area and turn back lower. So if you're a producer, this is an ample time to really get established on some hedging strategies. The cattle market is one that I thought I was disappointed with last week, where we had smaller show lists and every indication we should see higher cash trade, but the feedlots took 190, pretty much steady with a week ago. The cutout values were lower. That's eaten into the packer margins. They barely have or holding on to any positive margins here. So it's going to be maybe a struggle here this week unless they start cutting kills again to prop up those box beef. It's going to be a struggle to get at least steady to even higher money again this week. Even though we're discounting the futures to the cash, it looks like maybe that cash is going to stall out with steady cash trade last week, could be steady at best again this week and possibly even turn lower. We may get a little pressure because of the higher corn market as well over in the feeder cattle contracts.
Yeah. Plenty of things to watch this week. So glad that we'll see you back here on Wednesday. And hopefully we'll have a president on Wednesday when you're back in here. Brian Hoops with Midwest Market Solutions.